IPS currently offers traditional sports, but what about less traditional sports? In fact, IPS says that maybe one day this football field could double as a lacrosse field.
Jeremy says 1 in 5 Hoosiers can't even read at a 5th grade reading level, which means they can't read the daily newspaper.
A limestone quarry built in 1956 here in Hamilton County is now going to be a new reservoir. However, residents of the area might be a little upset because there won't be any skiing on that reservoir. Here's why.
Daniel customizes all of his homes in order to fit the individual's needs, including this home that doubles as an art studio.
This Little Caesars located at 22nd and Meridian is back open after the health department shut them down last night. A man made allegations that he found mouse droppings in his pizza.
When Arlington Heights Veterinary Hospital caught on fire late last month, it could have been a disaster. Thanks to an overnight vet assistant, no one, including 5 dogs and 3 cats, was hurt.
It sounded just like that, but there was an extra beep, so I was like, that's not the pump.
Tavares Rochelle was hearing the fire alarm. He says after discovering a fire in the clinic, the animals were all he could think about.
The room got really, really, really freaking hot. And just out of nowhere, it just erupts. It just goes. And my first thought was, I gotta get these patients out of here.
Lead investigator Rusty Clark says a person without protection inside a burning building faces many dangers from not only the fire, but smoke and intense heat.
The temperatures can get up over 300 degrees pretty quick.
Tavares went back into the burning building a total of 8 times. He saved 8 animals, including his own, Bettis and Pig.
We have to be their voice. We have to be their protectors. You see what I'm saying? It is our job to protect them. Here, right there, right there, right there.
Tavares walked away with minor injuries, but Lieutenant Clark says the building will take a lot of cleanup to make it functional again.
The good thing that Tavares did was he kept closing the door where the animal kennel was inside the building. It slows down the progress of the fire.
Tavares says he has received an amazing amount of praise for saving the animals, but he also says he was just doing his job.
I'm no hero. I did it because I knew it's what needed to be done, and I would do it again.
A coworker set up a GoFundMe for Tavares as he takes time off from work. You can donate to that page at gofundme.com/Tavares-Rochelle. Friends and family of David Whitcamper and Kyle Hipst are mourning today after the 2 men passed away last week in a small plane accident.
I'm wondering if you went on a date with Kyle and you said, what are you going to pick me up in? And he said, a Cessna. You know, how would that go?
David was, in many ways, the kind of man that we aspire to be. He was athletic, he was brave, he was daring, but on the other hand, he was generous, and he was kind, and he was caring.
Hundreds of community members and first responders attended the funeral of the 2 fallen heroes.
We lost 2 of the greatest firefighters and individuals I've ever had the privilege to lead.
The fireman's bell rang out 9 times. Taps played. Tears were wept. The procession included over 110 fire and rescue vehicles from over 7 different counties. Community members say despite the tragedy, if there's a silver lining, it was the community coming together. Karen Tunis says it's important to support those first responders because they are always there to support the community, no matter the circumstance.
A feeling of love and community from all of us. I hope they know that that's a long-standing feeling that we all have for them, that will always be there to support them.
You've got an entire high school of kids standing out on the side of the road to honor 2 amazing people that really deserve the credit that they're getting today.
Morgan John says it's important for those kids to see who a true hero is.
I think as the community, it gives us a sense of pride of who we are. There's something pretty special about the little town.
The families were presented universal keys to the township to assure them that the men will never be forgotten. In the newsroom, I'm Alexandra Rudig, 24-Hour News 8. April is Sexual Assault Awareness Month, and one Hamilton County group, Prevail, is participating in a unique way.
Michelle Correo, Assistant Director of Prevail, is a sexual assault survivor herself.
I was actually abducted from my home by gunpoint by 3 men and taken to a remote area and was beaten and sexually assaulted.
And you made it out.
And I made it out. It was, yes, it was a miracle that I lived through that, yes. And I was found in the trunk of my car by an off-duty detective.
After her attack, she needed to connect with someone to reassure her she would be okay. She found that in Prevail, and now provides others with the same care.
And you really don't understand until it happens to you. So I think there's a connection with the people that walk through the door, because it takes a lot of courage to walk through the door.
Prevail kicked off its clothesline project today. Susan Ferguson, Prevail's executive director, says it's a project that allows victims to design a t-shirt to let their voices be heard, using a powerful blend of art, emotion, and therapy.
This one says, "To my monster, when you raped me, I didn't even get to say no. You killed me in 2008. You stole my ideals for being a wife and mom. I thought I did something to cause the rape. No more. You don't get to haunt me anymore."
Susan says the t-shirts will be on display all over the county to remind people that help is out there.
You might look at this and think, Matt, that's scribbles, but I just see the pain and the hope that went into that.
The t-shirts are now on display in Noblesville City Hall. In the newsroom, I'm Alexandra Rudig, 24 Hour News 8.